everyone. Good morning and welcome to Business Connect, brought to you by 100 Talk for your business success. If you're just joining us for the first time, my name is Pelumi Folonsho and today I'm going to be your host. And we interview different guests every week to just share their journey and their story with us. Today we have with us Tega Clifford, a YouTuber and a content creator, and she's just been talking to us through her whole journey and her story. All right, so we're just going to, before we went on the break, I said we're going to ask, Tega, the main question of the day. What do you think is the future of content creation in Nigeria? Well, what would you say is the future? How is it progressing? What do you think? Do you think it's gonna die out someday? Do you think it's really going to thrive? What is your opinion on that?
Okay, so my opinion on the future of content creation in Nigeria, it's not dying out anytime soon. I feel like I need to say thank you to this pandemic because it opened everybody's eyes to the beauty of, being online, the social media. People turned, both the old and the young, turned to TikTok, turned to Instagram, Twitter, just to know what was happening in the world when it shut down during that period. So
Yeah.
people, you know, they realized that they had some talents that they didn't even know about because they were so busy working or doing other things. But due to the going virtual, everybody, there are a lot of new comedians we have now that, do skits, and then you're like, where were you before? And they are just realizing their potential. So
Potentials, yeah.
content creation is not going down anytime soon. The market is very huge and broad, and it's growing like very fast. And also, it's another source of revenue. I have a 9 to 5 job, but I also do it on the side because it's a passion. So for content creation, I feel like it has a lot of income or revenue in that industry. If you just know how to use it, you would get a lot. Take for example, I know a YouTuber who earns over $10,000 monthly. Right now, dollars is almost £505, like $1 per naira. So
Yeah.
you can imagine
How much
the person is
making?
earning on the side, and she has a 9 to 5 job. So it is, the future of it is quite bright, and I'm happy I'm already in this industry, even if you know I'm still trying to balance it, but there is a future here. Two, I feel like our government needs to help us with financial
Yeah,
opportunities,
that was
honestly.
literally I was gonna ask you
Yes,
next, but
because
yeah, carry on.
they don't really people some people still look down on
On
content
content
creation.
creation,
I
definitely.
would say the older generation, because the younger generation, we are quite vast in this industry, so we know, what to expect, what
We
to
know how
do.
much some people
Yes,
actually earn from
exactly.
just
Even the
YouTube.
way tech came into the industry, I feel like
Yeah.
that's the way content creation is also going to take over the industry, because even the tech guys, they need us. They need us for their marketing. They need us for their advertisement. They use
It's
influencers.
very true.
So we are not going anywhere anytime soon. We are here to stay full time. So yeah, I think the future of content creation is really, really bright, and we are taking over the world. That's all I
Oh
can
wow.
say. Yes.
That's such a so if you're thinking of going into content creation or YouTube, take some tips from what
You should go
Tega has
into
said
it.
today, because I know that the creative industry is really something that everyone should look into, especially entrepreneurs, especially young,
Yes,
young
actually, I
people of
completely
these
agree.
days. I mean, in Nigeria, almost everyone has to almost be an entrepreneur. If you're young, it's like you just always, even you, like, you need to have something going on at the side,
Yes, even if it's
for you
to even
to
if it's to post a picture and look pretty, and somebody says, "Oh, I want to use your face for a modeling
for
job,"
modeling
go right ahead, my dear, because there's nothing like too much source of income.
income. There's
So
no.
yes.
All right, so we're just going to, even you've spoken a lot about the future of content creation and everything. But for an industry like that, what do you think, what makes you stand out from maybe other? What's your unique selling point, would you say?
Okay, so I think I'm going to use the feedback that I got from my subscribers. So I
Okay.
always do like a monthly, asking them questions.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
what do you think I should do? What do you think I should improve on? What do you think is my strength? So I have this content calendar that I have like my SWOTs, my strength, weakness,
Mm.
opportunity, and threats. It might sound like too much work, but
No,
it
but
is very
that's
necessary.
very, very
So I
commendable
would say my
actually.
strength is my energy, my
Mm.
personality in quote.
All
People
right.
like
Okay,
How
so
much
how
to become
much
a YouTuber?
how much does it take to
Uh,
become a YouTuber? And
the
if you have,
ROI, the return on investment.
yeah.
Okay, wow, that's a very weird question. Okay, so when I started YouTube, it doesn't take any amount at the beginning. All you have to do is just have a Google Mail basically, and you start. When I started with a very small phone. My first 10 videos had very terrible quality because that was what I had at that time.
Yeah.
The essence is your content has to be quality in terms of what you're saying, how to keep the audience, how to retain their audience basically. So their attention in sorry. So you don't really need money at the beginning. But then when you
So you
see
say
the
it's not
growth,
so
yeah,
capital
yeah. So
intensive.
I would say that if you're going into YouTube for the essence of making money, it's gonna take a while. It's not an immediate process. It took me 2 years before I got monetized on YouTube, and 2 years of me working my ass off, consistent. There's sometimes I wasn't even consistent at all. So I would say for that caller, you don't need money at the beginning. If you have a phone and you have Sun, you can upload something.
Sun, all right.
Yes, it's the best.
The
It's the
sun
best
kissed,
filter.
the
Yes,
best filter.
that's the
I
first
mean,
step.
that's just the best answer for that question, to be honest. So it's definitely not capital intensive, but you need to. I think from what you've said, you need to. It needs to come from a place of passion for
Yes.
something.
People, the thing is, audience, they can sense when you're not yourself. It is from the fake accents to the copying somebody. You would see that the comment section, people are not buying it. So you need to
To
be
be
yourself.
original.
Yes, original. And then along the line, you realize that even your audience, they start to contribute money. Oh, can I have your account number? I think you're doing great. I think you have something to offer. It can even be a business. It can be a company that just stumbled on your video and then they send you an email saying, you can do better if you use this quality. That's how I got my first iPhone actually. Somebody stumbled on my video and she was like, this girl has something to give, just that my quality wasn't good, and she got me an iPhone 7 plus. And to me that was like an iPhone 12 right now, because I was like from an Infinix to that was a very huge gap.
Yeah.
And that motivated me to keep on posting, even if it wasn't a lot. I took a loan to buy my first ring light. So it's a process. You just have to enjoy it. You don't just jump into it.
It's
You
not just
have
if you're
to,
looking
yeah.
for fast money,
No,
YouTube is not it. Okay.
it. It's not
All
it.
right. If you're looking for fast money, YouTube is not it. All right. All right. Thank you so much. I mean, you heard it from her, so it's even it's even way better that you heard it from a past winner of the 25 under 25 award. So if you know someone that can actually, is contributing so much to the economy, is contributing, is being has the potential to be a very, very amazing, entrepreneur, and it's a small business, do head over to SME 100 Africa on Instagram, and also our website 100 Talks at 100talks.ng, and also the website www.100talks.ng to nominate whoever you think it would be. So anyways, our time is so fast spent. I'm just going to go straight into what I wanted to ask you lastly. So for anyone who is would I say, where do you see yourself in some 5-7 years time?
Do I feel like I'm the only one that doesn't like that question?
I mean, are there any plans, any future?
Okay,
Because we've been talking about the future of
so
content
right
creation
now,
anyways.
now I'm in the banking sector, even if content creation is still on the side. I mean, I'm still trying to find the work-life balance that people talk about. Like they say, adulthood is a scam. But yes, let's just say, in 5 years, I will still be in the banking sector because I gave myself a period of 5 years. Then I'm going to come out of that sector and focus fully on YouTube. And even if I'm going to be in the banking sector, I'm still going to keep on pushing my channel because I have a family there that look forward to my videos.
Yes.
When I don't post, they're checking up on me. So I have like a vision in my head on
definitely
where I am
seeing your
going.
YouTube.
Yes, in 5 years, I'm hoping I should have at least 50,000 subscribers. I don't know how possible. It is actually possible. People get 15 a month. So, but I'm just giving myself a space because I have something else on the side that I'm doing. So yeah, in 5 years' time, I should have at least 50,000.
All right, thank you so much. You're definitely you're young. You have so much. There's so much time. There's so many other things you can do. Well, no, there's no pressure. That's the thing. You're young. There's no pressure. I mean, you said your age, so there's no pressure. You can do. There's so much time. You can do so much, and you're doing amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today. I really enjoyed this conversation. I really enjoyed, because I know that YouTube is something that I actually personally even want to go into myself at some point because I like talking a lot.
Yes,
I really do. So yeah, it's
clear.
something that's been, on my head, but just get into it, the fears and everything. But then we'll talk.
No problem. No
All right,
problem.
all right. Thank you so much for joining us today on this episode of Business Connect. We're here every Wednesday, 9 a.m. Metro FM 97.7. I'm always going to be your host, Pelumi Falansha, and I'll see you next week. Do follow us on Instagram at SME100 Africa and also at 100 Talks and also at 100 Women, which is our women's desk. And I will see you next week. Have an amazing, amazing Wednesday.